It's not always easy stepping out of your parents' shadow, but it's even harder when your dad is David Bowie. So, what's the daughter of Ziggy Stardust been up to these last few years? David Bowie's death shocked the world when the news broke in 2016. The 69-year-old legend had managed to keep his cancer diagnosis largely under wraps, leaving fans in disbelief after he died. One relative who didn't initially address the singer's death was his daughter, who was just 15 at the time. Lexi Jones didn't open up about the loss until 2024. In fact, when she penned an essay that revealed just how much she had struggled. She wrote, "I confused living life with surviving life's days by filling my body's bottomless void, drowning myself in toxins and poison." Jones wrote that she felt alone and isolated after pushing away those closest to her. She continued, "I've hurt the ones I loved most with hateful words to make them feel at least a little bit of the pain I went through every day. Growing to be such a violent and angry individual was unbelievably contradictory to the sweet and gentle little girl I used to be." Lexi shared an incredibly close bond with her father, as proven by some of the sweet videos she posted on her Instagram. In one clip, a young Lexi can be seen bouncing up and down on her dad's lap as they both sing Over the Rainbow. In another, father and daughter are playing the piano together. Indeed, as Iman shared with Harper's Bazaar in 2021, Lexi and David often bonded over the creative arts. She pointed out, "David was a painter. My daughter is a painter." The same was true of music, as Lexi had fun learning to play instruments from a young age. And it seems that love never faltered. In early 2025, a 24-year-old Lexi began posting clips of her playing music on her Instagram page. That April, she released her debut album, titled Xandria. Initial feedback to the release was overwhelmingly positive online, with one fan on Instagram gushing, "I can't stop listening to this. You write from a very personal POV." Another agreed, writing, "So far totally addicted to the opening track. So hypnotic." Despite sharing a love of music with her famous father, Jones doesn't want to be known as merely the daughter of one of rock's greatest legends. Just days after she released her debut album in April 2025, Jones took to Instagram to share a lengthy poem about the realities of entering the music biz as David Bowie's daughter. At one point, she wrote, "I'm more than just his name." She also pointed out that people often fail to see her as an individual artist, instead focusing on her family connection, and often judging her for it. She stressed that her intention has never been to copy her father or outdo him in any kind of way. Instead, all she hopes to achieve is to let her own voice and sound shine through, no matter how difficult it may be to step out of her dad's shadow. In addition to pursuing a career in music, Jones has long been a passionate visual artist. In May 2023, she even launched her own online shop, selling signed fine art prints for $415 each. There's also an apparel section with shirts, hoodies, and tote bags, emblazoned with some of her drawings, as well as others that feature her name and the initials ALXX. As Jones explains on the website, she started drawing and painting at a young age. By the time she was in her mid-teens, she had decided to take it seriously. This isn't just about building a career, though. Rather, Jones explains that art has become her go-to way of dealing with her mental health struggles. Comparing making art to meditation, she wrote, "Creating art has always been a coping mechanism of mine, to get out of dark places that felt impossible to see my way out of. I feel free from my mind and am able to convert my pent-up, aggressive energy into something positive." She added that she hoped her openness would inspire others who were dealing with similar issues. And by June 2025, Jones had found yet another creative outlet to help express her emotions: writing. That month, she self-published 404, a collection of 10 short stories, which were, as she put it, rooted in the art of trying to find your way back after disappearing for a while. When Bowie died in January 2016, he reportedly left behind a $100 million fortune and very specific instructions about what to do with it. His wife Iman would receive half that amount, according to Page 6, whose reporters saw the musician's will. But she wouldn't just get $50 million up front. Rather, Bowie appointed 2 of his lawyers to provide her with 4 yearly payments that would mimic a sort of quarterly income. She was also bequeathed their New York City apartment in Manhattan's Nolita neighborhood, which Bowie had purchased for $3.81 million back in 1999. Meanwhile, his son Duncan Jones would receive a $25 million lump sum. Lexi Jones, who was 15 at the time, would also be given $25 million. But not right away. Instead, Bowie stipulated that Lexi would receive the cash once she turned 25 in August 2025. At the same time, she would also be gifted the family's vacation home, located on New York's Little Tunchy Mountain. Bowie and Iman purchased a 64-acre plot of land in the Catskills in 2003 for over $1 million and built the home on it from scratch. The property would prove to be just as impressive as its surroundings, with its expansive rooms, luxury furnishings, and an impressive art collection, including Bowie's own artwork, as well as paintings by Lexi herself.
Iman had an illustrious modeling career, working with brands such as Versace, Calvin Klein, and Donna Karan throughout her 13 years in the industry. Both Iman and her husband, David Bowie, were adamant about maintaining their daughter's privacy while simultaneously carrying on high-profile careers in the music and fashion world. For Alexandria's 18th birthday, Iman posted a rare picture of her on her Instagram account. After doing so, she received several calls and messages from designers and modeling agencies, hoping Lexi would want to model for them. Iman's response? A simple yet firm quote, "No, she doesn't." Iman later implied that Lexi may have had some interest in participating in the fashion industry, but eventually decided against it. She urgently advised her daughter, have a life that is private while you can, because one day soon it is going to be public, so enjoy this. David Bowie passed away in January of 2016, just 2 days after releasing his impactful final album, Blackstar. The musician had been working on the album, as well as an off-Broadway play called Lazarus, throughout his fight with liver cancer. In 2017, Alexandria Jones and Iman got tattoos to commemorate the anniversary of Bowie's passing. Lexi got a crescent moon tattoo with the script Daddy XX inside the moon, alongside Bowie's life dates of 1947 to 2016 underneath the writing. Her mother, Iman, got a tattoo of a Bowie knife with David's name written on the handle. Iman captioned her Instagram post of the tattoos, "You will always be a part of us." Since getting the tattoo dedicated to her father, Lexi has also gotten a tattoo of a lion on her shoulder, with Arabic spellings of Lexi's and Iman's names concealed in the lion's mane. Alexandria Jones is not just an incredibly talented visual artist, but a poet and musician as well. Jones began sharing her poetry on her public Instagram in December 2020. Her free-form poetry examines feminist themes of autonomy, love, and intimacy. In February 2021, Lexi shared her first song with the world, revealing her stunning singing voice at the same time. She posted a song she had written on her Instagram feed with the caption, "I'm absolutely terrified to post this. I keep going back and forth between hating it and liking it." Her video received over 150,000 views and began picking up popularity when her older half-brother, Duncan Jones, took to Twitter to give his sister a shout-out. "Just found out that my sister can sing." So that's where those genes went. Like her mother Iman, Alexandria isn't afraid to stand up for her beliefs. After receiving a vulgar DM from a follower over a recent bathing suit picture, Lexi posted a screenshot of the message to her feed with the caption, "Feels good to love my body after years of hating and disrespecting it. No shame in liking how I look in my cowboy swimsuit, but a shame that you're able to twist it into something so perverted and vulgar." Lexi has also demonstrated feminist values and intentions in both her poetry and visual artwork. Many of Lexi's illustrations and paintings center on semi-nude women with bodies of all shapes and sizes, promoting a vision of body positivity in her work. Her mother, Iman, demonstrated values of inclusion throughout Lexi's childhood. As the founder of a color-inclusive cosmetics line, Iman Cosmetics. Before even starting her makeup brand, Iman also used her platform as a supermodel to join forces with Naomi Campbell and Bethann Hardison, and put pressure on the fashion industry to include more women of color in runways and advertising. Iman's hard work paid off, and Lexi carries the legacy. Alexandria Jones is extremely close with her mother, Iman. Lexi regularly posts pictures of her and her mother together on Instagram during special occasions or just to spread appreciation. During the first wave of COVID-19 lockdowns in spring 2020, Lexi was just 19 years old and taking time off in between high school and college, and was separated from her mom. Lexi was living in New York when the first wave of COVID-19 cases hit the US on Mother's Day in 2020. Alexandria captioned an Instagram picture of her and her mother with a plea for people to follow guidelines and stay safe during the pandemic. "Everyone, please stay inside. I haven't seen my mom for 6 months because we live on opposite coasts, and it is very difficult to leave New York right now. But I'm a child, and I miss her dearly." Alexandria Jones posted a cute throwback picture on her Instagram with her half-brother, Duncan Jones, in August 2021. Duncan is David Bowie's first son from his previous marriage to Angie Bowie. from whom Duncan has been estranged since he was 13 years old. Duncan reaffirmed in an interview with The Sun that he had not had contact with her since, saying, "She was a corrosive person." Duncan began building a stronger relationship with his stepmother, Iman, and half-sister, Lexi. However, because of the 30-year age difference between Duncan and Lexi, he joked in an interview with The Sun, "My relationship with her is more like a fun uncle." Alexandria Jones' childhood dog Max had one blue and one brown eye. Her father, David Bowie, famously appeared to have two different colored irises, making for a fun coincidence.
Well, he's a lively little chap. I think I'll call him Jareth. He's got my eyes.
Iman told Harper's Bazaar that she would get comments about Max's appearance while taking him for walks. "You couldn't make it up. When I walked with him, people would stop me on the street and say, 'You planned this.'" Contrary to popular belief, the late musician did not actually have two separate eye colors. Rather, one of Bowie's eyes was permanently dilated due to an injury from a fight that he suffered as a teenager, resulting in the appearance of two differently colored eyes. Sadly, Max died in February 2021 at age 14. Lexi wrote in a post paying tribute to the pup, "Maxie Poo, the best boy a girl could ask for. Thank you for making me smile these past 14 years." Alexandria Jones was born to David Bowie and Iman, who were 53 and 47, respectively at the time. The two were madly in love and found themselves ready to take on parenting together.
All I can let you know in on the secret is that we're blissfully happy. It's a fabulous marriage.
Bowie told Hello magazine that he had already begun thinking of potential children's names when he met Iman for the very first time. "My attraction to her was immediate and all-encompassing. That she would be my wife, in my head, was a done deal." Bowie had favored the name Alexander in particular, and was pleasantly surprised to find out that Iman was on the same page. He said in his interview with Hello magazine, "I can only ask you to believe that when Iman and I talked about names, she suggested that if it was a girl, then it should be Alexandria, after the Greco-Egyptian city. She had no idea how close it was to my own choice." Lexi's middle name Zara was actually almost Iman's name. Bowie told interviewers that the Arabic name means inner light, luminous, fair and beautiful, blossoming, or even shining.